G'day gang, how are we all? Mark here from MJ Drive. As always, hope everyone has been well. I guess you could tell from the title, the driver mode. That's right, the driver mode on the RS. How lucky we are to have it on this car. I reckon it's a great idea that Ford came up with. We're pretty lucky to be able to switch from normal mode all the way across to drift mode. So it got me thinking. About 3 months ago, I met up with Ray, the mechanic mentor, with his WRX STI, when we done a bit of a review and a bit of a catch up with Ray. Big up, Ray. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope the STI is putting a smile to your face, buddy. But guys, Ray did have the opportunity to drive the RS.
So I'm in drift mode.
You're in track. You can go back to sports if you want.
Yeah, I'll leave it in sports.
Sports is probably one of my favourites that I have it in. But when we did take it for a bit of a drive, I found it quite interesting what Ray's thoughts were as opposed to sports mode and normal mode, if you do use normal mode. He did prefer, he was saying that he did enjoy driving the RS in track mode, where it does stiffen up the suspension and obviously give the Focus a little bit more throttle response. And you can rev it out a little bit more as well too, being track biased. So it got me thinking, guys, got me thinking how you Focus lovers out there dailying your RS every day, just wanting to really know what mode everyone is driving their Focus RS in. For me, it's a bit of a mixed bag how I do drive it. I am heading off to work. It is late afternoon, around lunchtime, and I do have the car in normal mode. I guess it all depends on what type of scenario, I guess, you are driving your Focus. Obviously for me, if I'm heading to work, early morning start, pretty relaxed, 4:30 start in the morning, grab a coffee on the way to work, pretty much just kick back and have it in normal mode. It's pretty much 60 all the way for me. Just nice and relaxing, just a nice pleasant drive to work. I very rarely use sports mode or track mode on the way to work. The sports mode, I guess, yeah, like if I am in normal mode and I do come across another car, maybe an Audi or an A45 or something like that, a bit of an exotic car, and you're driving along and you think, oh shit, I've got to put it into sports mode. I want to get a few more bangs and pops out of the rear of the exhaust system. Open up the exhaust, which is always nice too, and a bit more power as well too. So that's probably the only time I will use the sports mode. Obviously, you can save a little bit of fuel as well too in normal mode, but I guess it's just that throttle response, that bit more fun, that bit more urge the car wants to go, and it puts a smile to your face, which is nice as well. But I'm sure there are a few of you out there that pretty much get up in the morning or in the afternoon and you might just bypass normal mode. You might go straight to bloody sports mode, or you might be the crazy type and go straight to drift mode or even track mode. So I guess we are pretty lucky to have those different modes there. You might want to turn all the traction control off. Again, we've got another button there where we can turn all that off. We can just have it in sports mode, where again I think it throws a little bit more bias to the front wheels, or completely turn it all off, the whole traction control altogether. If you do track mode, I've got to say, yeah, again, it's, maybe if you're going on a bit of a cruise, or you're going somewhere where there is those nice twisty roads where you can sort of punch it and get it in out of the corners, definitely I will use the track mode, the suspension as well too. I don't mind it. I guess you sort of get used to it as you do use it a lot more. At the start when I did buy the car, I really didn't use it. I thought it was way too stiff, but I guess the beauty of it is, even if you do have it in track mode for that extra throttle response, you can turn the dampeners off on the little store key on the steering wheel, as we all know, to get rid of that stiffened suspension and just have it as normal. But comment down below, guys, let us know. I am pretty curious to know how you Focus RS lovers are using your driver mode. You know, you guys might get into your car and you might bypass, get straight to bloody sports mode, get rid of the normal mode. I know a lot of people aren't quite fond of the normal mode. It is quite restricted, I must admit. It's a little bit sort of laggy and a little bit sort of like, come on, let's get going, Focus. But let us know, are you one of those guys that just get straight into sports mode, or you might even get straight into track mode? Or there might be even a few of you out there that are pretty crazy. You might even drive the Focus in bloody drift mode. You might be taking the thing sideways everywhere. I haven't, again, had much use with the drift mode. It is pretty hard, yeah, you know, to do it on a track, or to find somewhere a paddock, or to find a bit of tarmac somewhere that you can let loose with the drift mode. But like I said, I haven't had a chance to use it much. There we go, there you guys, we've just got an RS. It's just pulled up beside us. We'll ask him how he does drive his RS. How do you drive your Focus? How do you always in sports mode, track mode? You're in track, are you? Thanks, man. Yeah. How long you had it for? Yeah, it does, eh? Good on you, man. Guys, we just asked one of our compadres, our Ford Focus RS owners. We just bumped into one on the way to work, and he reckons he prefers track mode for that little bit more throttle response. So there we have it.